Good morning, folks and fellers. Well, we're starting Machine Shop Part 3, leaving off where we were with the last video uploaded this morning. Hope you guys enjoyed both of the videos that were raised. I did take the table down, but all this stuff needs a place to go. This needs a place to go. All the engines under there need a place to go. Really need to get rid of that table altogether. Man, I wish that I had a robust industrial shelving unit. That would just fit the bill. You know what I mean? It would make everything so much easier. So much easier. But alas, maybe this will do it. What do you think? 84 inches wide, 84 inches high, 24 inches deep. 4 shelves, 8,000 pound capacity, 2,000 pounds per shelf. It was the biggest one that I could find. So that is going to go on the north wall right there. And as you can see, there is an awful lot in the way of me getting that shelving unit in the north wall. But I have a plan. It involves a lot of elbow grease, a lot of work, and a few tables to sit stuff on in the meantime while I get the shelving unit set up and put in the corner. So let's see what things look like after I get it set up. So we'll be back it'll be just a second for you guys. That's probably going to be 2-3 hours for me. And I just want you guys to know, I am sacrificing going to a vintage motorcycle show, sell, and swap meet to do this video for you. Yeah, the annual Portland Cushman and Antique Motorcycle Show is currently going on. If I get accomplished today what I hope to get accomplished, then guess where Zippo is going to be tomorrow. I'll be out there, and if I think about it, I'll pop the camera on, shoot a little bit of video footage of what I see out there. There's not really a whole lot on my wish list for it, but all I'm doing now is babbling, so I will see you guys in a second. Okay, good bit of time has elapsed. Tires are the last thing to get moved out. They're on wheels, but they'll fall all over the place if I try to move it. So tires have got to get moved. I'm just going to move them back over here and then commence to putting, thanks for the sun glare, commence to putting the shelving unit together and get it stuck over here. But that cabinet has to come off the wall first, and it's heavy because it's got a boatload of carburetors in it. I'll show you guys my little carburetor box for those of you who have not been around a great long time. Make sure nothing's gonna fall. Okay, there's the carburetor box. It is no longer a first aid box. Lots and lots, lots and lots and lots and lots, and overflow. But anyway, let's get busy, get those tires moved, and get that rack together. What do you say? Okay gang, so what do we do to fix an issue? We simply remove the plates around the rack. And I took a couple more rows off up top so that hopefully nothing's going to get blocked when I fill that. So now I'll fill this area here, and I have a good size area over here I can fill, but I've got to wait until I get all the equipment in place so that all the plates are visible. If I exhaust all of the area that I have here currently, then we will look at this wall, all of this stuff up here. Everything that's up on that shelf has been sitting on that shelf for years, and it can easily come down and be put into storage, with the exception of my polisher and my chainsaw chain sharpener. But most of the other stuff I don't touch, I don't mess with. So that's another plan. And then also down here on the backboard where they will still be seen, I will find a place for all of the plates. I will find a place. You guys are just awesome, and I wanted to be sure that your plates were not going to be obscured by this big monstrosity of a rack. So now it's time to load it up. Alright, well, here's the box. It's going to go out on the burn pile. Got the rack all up. I've still got these two heaters to store and that leaf vac. I'd rather just unload it on, I mean, I want it gone. Then this rolling cart to do something with, which probably go out to the garage. And then these three tables that are here will go out to the garage. But if you see these three tables, that must mean, or these four tables, that must mean that I've got the lathe and the mill in place. I've got a little white line right there that gave me 16 inches to move the mill this way, so that I would be sure that on full stop it would not hit the lathe. And I suppose I can put some light on this. And I stopped about 3 inches short of that mark, but I did get it moved over. You can see the little scrape marks there. Compliments of the lift. It didn't lift it off the ground, but it made it plenty light enough for me to be able to move it. So I got it in position, got it squared up to the wall, and then when I got it set down, I thought someone is going to say that I am not going to be able to raise the head of the mill. Well, yeah, I can. That's just a piece of trim that's nailed on there. I had my locks hanging from it. So now I can just clear to raise everything. But I'm planning on taking a couple inches off of this shelf. I'm just going to run my saw right down along there, so that I've got plenty of room. But anyway, we have got things in their respective positions. Looking at the space that I have, we do know that that toolbox is going over here. So that toolbox will probably go right here. And like I mentioned before, there's it's a good possibility right here is where the bandsaw will go. And I'll just roll it out when I need it. So there's that. And then where these two tires are, in this general area right here, is where the drill press will go. So that'll open up quite a bit of room on the other side of the shop. But I've got the lathe in place on the two cabinets. I've really been busting hump, taking advantage of not having jobs right now. Mama Sue does have her King Midget that's not going into gear that is going to be coming down Monday, and then I have a tractor being dropped off tomorrow evening. So I still have one more day that I can possibly work on this, but there's a bike show going on in Portland that I really want to get to. So I was really trying to bust hump. As you can see, I've got it all loaded up. And I finally got my Simplicity and Alice Chalmers and Ward's Garden Mark Squire sign back up. It's just hanging there on some magnets. Same thing with my Simplicity sign. You can tell they've been rolled up for a day or two. So it just sort of kind of shields what's up there, but there's really nothing worth shielding. It's just there for show and tell, just a couple of bins. And I've still got room here. I got 4 of these 6 tires underneath, with this one sticking out just a little bit. I'm going to rearrange them so that the 612 is sticking out and not the 8.5. So at any rate, why don't you guys tell me what you think? I was going to move that. That isn't going to happen now. No, I won't move that. It's going to stay put. But I'm definitely going to be thinning the engine herd out because on this shelf here, they're all well hidden. There's 5 engines back there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got way more engines than I need. All but one of those engines back there can go. The Kohler stays, the rest of them can go. And the same thing with the engines that I've got up here, a lot of the engines that I have down here, with the exception of the 16 horse Briggs cast irons that still need some work. I won't let them go needing work. But, oh, yeah, and I got the Van Dorn valve resurfacer moved over here. I told you guys that I would show you when I got it uncovered what would be in here. So let me find something here to clamp onto. Maybe something close. Hang on. I've got all those plates I've got to stack back up to find a home for. Come on, camera, behave. Stay. Alright, there we go. How to show you what? Well, I suppose I could just start ripping stuff out of there, right? Okay. Got this little gem right here, and all this stuff is really hard to get. You're supposed to take the drawer out, but I refuse to take this top drawer out to get it out. I'm not doing it. There we go. Okay. This apparatus here is to dress your stones, so you've got the proper angle on your stones. So that is a stone dressing tool. It's a heavy-duty stone dressing stand. You guys can see right there by Van Dorn. And then this guy right here has a little lock that you push up in order to get it out. Is the Van Dorn, they're calling it a vibrocentric valve seat grinder. Okay, and see that little hex ball that's on the end there? What that does is this magic little drawer. No, it's in another magic little drawer. This one. There we go. You mount your stone that you need with the proper angle. You put your valve guide in. Let's see. Stick your valve guide in, and then this little guy rides right there. You just turn it on, and it will grind the valve on the head, or the valve seat rather. Grind the valve seat on the head. I think it's pretty awesome. This is such a complete kit. And get that tucked back in here. Pull that lock back down. And this drawer is a plethora of stones. I don't know how well you can see them. There's stones for years in there. And this drawer here, valve reamers. The valve guide reamers, or valve guide sets. I can't tell by looking if they are either valve reamers or they're valve sets to use in conjunction with that. But there you go. We'll get this drawer out, tilt it just a little bit, so that hopefully you guys can see in there. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch more goodness in there. So there you go. I really have to do some research and brush up on. Well, why would you go in so easy that time and you didn't go in easy before? I can handle that. Get in there, get in there. Alright. You gonna stay? You're not gonna stay. Come on. While you guys are watching me fight this. Okay. There. And I don't know how much of that you heard because the microphone was backwards. I'm hoping I was talking loud enough. I've got to learn this. The reason I have to learn this is when I was a machinist, I was working on ships. I was not working on automotive. So I'm going to have to learn that. And I've got to refresh myself on a lot of stuff with the mill too. So it's not just cut and dry. Zippo isn't just going to hop on the bandwagon and start whipping out multi-dimensional fantastico stuffs. But you guys tell me what you think of this update. I appreciate y'all following along with it. I know I put 2 up this morning, which would have been Thursday, July 26th. There's a possibility this one will not go up until tomorrow, Friday the 27th. But in either case, there's your updates. Lots and lots and lots of storage there. I'm glad I bought the big bin. I will find a home for the plates. They're going to go, a few can go in that corner, a few can go over here, back there behind the mill, back here behind the lathe, above the mill. So don't worry, the plates are going to find a place on the wall. And while I was doing that, I know, here he goes babbling again. I forgot one 1966 plate. Now how well you can see that. Yeah, you can see it there. I forgot a 66 plate, so that plate needs to go up there. So it'll go up right next to the Alaska plate. And that's it. This is your friendly neighborhood Zippo. I am tired. It is 4:45. I've had enough. And I did quite a bit today, so you guys let me know what you think of the revamp that's going on here. We'll talk to you soon. Zippo, later. Give me one of those. I'm out.